Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Hope you're all doing well. We just finished our great guitar build-off build here. Here it is. For your information, we're calling this one the Angove Guitars Mammoth. That's right, we're sticking with the pachyderm theme. We did Rhino last year, and one of my very intelligent viewers saved me from having to call this the Heffalump by suggesting that I go with the Mammoth, because elephant and hippopotamus just didn't seem to work. Today we're going to talk specs. We're going to do a first quick demo. This demo will be from me, so I apologize, but I am taking steps to set up another one with somebody who's actually talented at the guitar. So hopefully we can get that done. Timeline's a little tight, of course, but with that said, at the time of me filming this, the timeline does seem like it may be changing a little bit with the way that the submissions all worked out. So I'm going to ask you guys a question. I am considering making one minor change to this. I like the way that it is now, and when I did this, what I had in my mind was precisely this: a direct mounted bridge pickup. We're going to talk about the pickups, don't worry, but I wanted a direct mounted bridge pickup. I have now done that. I do like the way it looks, but I'm wondering, and I'd like your thoughts on this, do you think I should make a pickup ring? Should I make an aluminum pickup ring, or some kind of mounting system? I'll get creative, in my own way about it if I do end up doing this. But let me know what you think. Does this need a pickup ring or something like that? Tell me in the comments below. Anyway, let's talk a couple specs on this thing. We'll talk a little bit about the hardware. I've gotten a few questions about it, and then we will do a quick demo. And like I said, I'll have somebody with some guitar playing skill do another demo later on. You guys are all pretty skilled communicators, so I don't need a crystal ball to be able to figure out which part of this build, in terms of the hardware, interests you the most. Pretty simple. These pickups are from a company called Railhammer. They're run by Reverend Guitars. They're awesome, all right? I'll show you what they sound like soon, but we've got the high output blade-style magnets on the low side, where you really want that kind of aggressive chug for like metal and stuff, and then we've got your standard pulls on the other side. Now these guys make some P90 style pickups. They've got things called humcutters rather than humbuckers. I've got a set of those that I'm going to be trying out soon. But these are the Chisel Humbuckers. That's the version that I've got in here. No, they do not come in rose gold. I did that myself. I abraded them, put my adhesion promoter on there, and sprayed them. And just for your information, full disclosure, this rose gold paint on the pickups is not clear coated, so it will be the least durable part of the finish on this entire guitar. The rest is going to be rock solid. There's a 2K polyurethane underneath the hard wax oil finish that I ended up doing to give it the satiny look that I wanted. Anyway, so that's what those are. If you're looking for that, if you want to check those out, reverendguitars.com. I'll put a link in the description. I also have a number of them, including the chisels, in my Amazon link under hardware and electronics, I think. So if you're interested in picking some up and you want to help me out, you can get them through there. Sorry, I think I just touched the microphone here. You can pick them up through there. That helps me out, of course. But if you're looking for a more full, view of the information on this style of pickup and some demos and stuff, check them out, reverendguitars.com. Again, I know you guys were interested in that. So, moving on. The finish itself is, well, something that I'm going to do a tutorial on, and you guys have seen it largely from the video that I did. But for your information, for anybody who's worried about durability and that kind of stuff, it does have an automotive polyurethane as the protective layer on the finish. And then in an effort to cut the gloss and get this look that I was going for in the end, I kind of scuffed that back, or buffed it back, with a low abrasive pad, and this has a hard wax oil finish on it, which is also relatively durable. So we've got a couple layers of protection there. I'm not trying to sound like a feminine hygiene products ad. Anyway, the neck and the fretboard as well actually have a hard wax oil finish on them, and that is the Odie's Oil Original. I've tested this stuff out now a few times. I do have to post a few more videos on it, but it is good. It's easy to repair, it's strong, it's long lasting, and it's a very thin finish. So this neck feels awesome. If you're someone who likes a hard gloss neck, this isn't it. This is not going to be that type of thing. This is going to feel like a typical oiled neck, like those satin finishes, except not quite, a little smoother in my opinion. I prefer an oiled neck, and until I started using the Odie's oil, I liked the modified tongue oil from Mohawk. That was my favorite neck finish for feel, for speed. Now I think this probably is. So that's what I used on the neck, and that's why I used it. And that's also what I did for the headstock. I've got my headstock thing here, the ash that I did. I've had a couple questions about why I didn't make that match the rest of the guitar. A couple reasons. The main one being this logo that I put in is filled. It's got a copper mica in it that resembles strongly the rest of this kind of rose gold look. And I wanted that to match up. And I knew that if I wanted to do that type of inlay, but also have a blasted finish, it would leak. So what I would have ended up with is the area that I've cut out for the inlay, I would have that mica powder and super glue is essentially what I used, bleed into the sandblasted grain. I didn't want that. That would have looked messy. So that's what we ended up with. Back to the hardware. We've got a set of Solo staggered locking tuners. Big fan of these. I used them last time as well. They're a great tuner. They work really well. And the fact that they're staggered is very important because I like doing these headstock plates. I think they're aesthetically really cool. And they're something that I like to include on my builds now. But they prevent me from using string trees or string rollers. So I need a staggered tuner, or I prefer a staggered tuner, to make sure I'm getting that string tension and that proper string angle so I don't have to worry about the strings popping off the nut and stuff like that. The nut is pretty standard, bone nut. Crimson supplied it. I created the shape for it, is what it is. No issues there. 500K pots. It's my preference. I've got an orange cap for the tone. I forget how many microfarads that is. I don't like wiring, but they're quality components. I've got high gauge wiring in there and everything. You'll hear how it sounds. And then this nice little chrome switch. I like this. I'm going to buy a bunch more of these, I think. All right. In terms of the strap, I went with buttons instead of locks this time. And the reason I did that is because this one is out the back. And it gets a little annoying if you've got a strap lock there. I've done that before on builds. I don't mind them, but I prefer the button. It's easy to change. If somebody decided they wanted strap locks, pretty straightforward fix. Bumper washers, again, or whatever these are called. And I think 3/16 inch or 1/4 inch 20 thread bolts for the neck. So, I mean, the neck is not going to come off. It's considerably more stable than your typical wood screws. No issues there. And the Solo Pro vintage style bridge. That's what I've ended up with here. The wiring's very simple. Simple 3-way switch. No push pulls. No freeway switch. Just neck, bridge, and both. I think that about covers it. If you've got any questions about, the specs on this thing, how it's set up, let me know. It's a standard Telecaster scale length, I believe. 16-inch radius on the fretboard. Very comfortable. Nice fast profile on the neck. And yeah, all in all, a very comfy guitar shape. I know I've emphasized this before, but I really love this arm carve. And this fits nicely. The belly carve is massive, so, lots of room to work with. I think that's about enough chatter. Let's see how it sounds. guys, I hope you like that. Just the metal for today, because let's be honest, I can't really play anything else, but I am making arrangements to have someone else demo this for you to show you what it can really do, especially without all of that distortion. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really love those pickups. You can tell there's a huge difference between the massive crunch that you can get on that bottom end when you hit the bridge pickup with those blades and that nice smooth tone you can get out of the neck, particularly on those high strings. So love them. I'm probably going to try and include them in a few of my builds or replace some of my current pickups with them going forward. Big fan. Anyway, again, hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to give the video a thumbs up. Remember to subscribe and remember to vote. If you like this guitar the best, vote for me in the contest and feel free to bid on it. We're trying to support a good charity here, the Great Guitar Build-Off and Second Chance Animal Rescue Society. Hope you guys liked it once again. Have a good one. See you next time.